Geek Select. Dustin, Chad.
Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back, Super Geek friends. This is Dustin.
This is Chad, and we're still playing Sonic 2.
Right now, we're still in my favorite area, the casino area. Ooh, I like that guy.
Yeah, it's kind of nice when you're Super Sonic. You just run through everything like it's no big deal. I always stopped here and like loaded up on 1-ups.
Oh yeah.
As long as it doesn't get Robotnik, then we're all good.
What happens when that happens?
You lose all your rings.
Oh shit.
You know what? I'm just gonna not tempt fate, and we're just gonna keep going.
Well, because you told me what's gonna happen. That's what's gonna happen next. So, moving on from there. So, with this one, what comes next?
I believe it's the I can't remember the exact name of the zone, but I'm pretty sure it's the one that's like at nighttime. There's a bunch of crates. There's bats everywhere. There's like foliage that tries to attack you.
Foliage.
Foliage. Can't remember exactly what it's called.
Alright. So, taking a look here at this one anyway, I kind of have no idea where you're supposed to be going.
That's okay. As long as you keep going right, you're doing something right.
Oh, but you're going left.
Shh, they don't know that.
Wait, why wouldn't you take that elevator?
It wasn't there. That was actually a secret. That was like the end of a secret path.
The end of a secret?
Yes.
So you didn't get the secret, but you...
No, I can't do everything in one playthrough, Dustin. I'm sorry to... Oh! I got...
Can you take the elevator still?
No, yeah, it'll get back down here. I like how Tails mocks you.
Did you see the ground shake when it got to the top?
Yeah.
Alright. So... I know earlier we were talking about how Sonic is just hungry in the cartoon, or at least one of the cartoons, the cartoonier Saturday morning one.
Yeah.
So essentially, I have a story about food and me being hungry. So I figured this would be a good time for me to share that. I was at this place first time, a place called Culinary Dropout here in Arizona, and they have the best ribs I've ever had in my life. And this place is, you know, in a college town, so it's not necessarily my scene at all, because it's loud. And it's the kind of place where you need to, you know, text the person next to you in order to talk to them. But these ribs were, like, they were wrong. They were criminal. They were so good. And I don't usually eat ribs. So we go to this restaurant, and it's a different service experience from what I'm used to.
It's like super casual, if I remember correctly, right?
It's really casual. There was a cowboy just running drinks, and he walked up. My wife ordered a Jack and Coke, and he came up. He's like, "Is this your Jack and Coke?" And I'm like, "Hello," because I wasn't expecting a random cowboy to show up, like urban cowboy, you know.
Yeah.
Not like.
Oh, I was wrong. It's Hilltop Zone. Okay,
Ah.
never mind. Next one is like the night zone.
Ooh, is this like where you're prone to falling?
Most of the time there's not a lot of pitfalls
hello.
in this one. There's just a lot of lava.
Okay.
But continue with your culinary dropout story.
Yeah. Anyhow, you know how usually when you go to a restaurant, the server is like, "Hey, do you know what you want?" You know, and you might ask them to recommend something. This server, she almost sits down. She like kneels down next to me, and she's like, "Hey, how's it going? Have you ever been here before?" And I was like, "No, I've never been here." It's like, this is a big place, isn't it? She's like, "Yeah, it's pretty big. We've got a pretty good menu." And she went on to describe all of the food in vivid detail. And I don't normally pay extra for, like, something when I go out to eat. Usually it's something simple like a burger or something easy. But this time I had these ribs, and they were amazing. There was a little bit of jalapeno kick to them, just enough, and there was a sauce mixed with a dry rub, and I had no idea what the hell they were doing, but it was
Whatever it was magical in my mouth.
It was delicious, and so that reminds me a little bit of Sonic and his love of chili dogs. So I figured I'd bring that up.
It's funny because that was an American creation
Oh, really?
for Sonic. And
of course, an American creation would be the love of food.
Yeah, and they didn't bring it into like his mythos or his lore until Sonic and the Secret Rings, I think.
Uh-huh.
Which actually is kind of funny because Sonic's final design was actually done by an American designer.
Okay.
And they had gone and sent out all the... This was when Sonic was, first being introduced to the public. And they had the American designer, actually, he touched up the Japanese design. They basically set it out without asking Sega's permission. They just sent it out. And Sega of Japan was pissed. That's why very rarely anything that we do in America was considered like official canon to the Sonic mythos, because like we took the character and we redesigned it and sent it out in marketing without getting permission from the original creators, but the design stuck, so they didn't really argue it, and it wasn't like really drastic changes, but enough to piss them off at least.
Like, I haven't seen many drastic changes with Sonic's design until Sonic Boom.
Well, I mean, his legs, he's basically gotten taller.
Okay.
And his spines have gotten longer.
When you said spines, I thought...
Oh, crap.
In my head.
I'm in
shit.
quite the pickle.
Just jump and grab at least one ring.
Yep, I'm good. We're good.
Okay. But anyhow, when you were talking about his spines, I thought you were talking about his spine, like his back.
Oh, no,
and I was like, why would they redesign his back? That has nothing to do with, like, who Sonic is whatsoever. Oh, Tails is dead.
That's okay.
I feel like, oh, that would be so much fun.
Oh, I have a fun story, if you don't mind me sharing.
Go for it.
It's something that you did.
Something that I did?
It was something you did when we were all out eating for Bree's birthday. Because one of her friends gets a little overzealous.
A little bit.
Or just, I need to be the center of attention for everything. But,
easily excitable.
There we go. That's a good one.
Way
so, she's still a good person, so bless her heart. But she was, she kept needing to say the word kawaii, which is like one of my least favorite words ever, just because there's another person that's kind of in our group of friends that uses that word like every other sentence. So I just hate that word in general.
Do they need more Desu in their life or something?
But I thought I could have gotten back up.
Get at least
got it.
Wow. Did he kill himself?
No, I just kept jumping on him. It's an easy boss if you know what you're doing. So anyway,
it's an easy boss if you're me.
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying it took me a while to figure that out. But anyways, so we're all sitting down, and it's super loud in there because we're at Red Robin's. But she kept saying, "Yeah, everybody get Bree stuff that's kawaii. She really likes things that are kawaii." And you just look at her, and you're like, "What?" And she's like, "Kawaii. You don't know what it means?" And you're like, deadpan, look at her in the face, and you're like, I prefer Maui myself.
Oh,
do you remember that?
I remember this well because it was a shining moment, like in Dustin's sass level.
You were so sassy. It was amazing.
I believe it escalated to this point where I was like, oh, I prefer Maui. Oahu's pretty nice, but it's really, if you're looking for like a lot of normal environment, you really got to go to the Big Island. And she's like, no, kawaii. It means cute in Japanese.
And you just stare her right in the face, and everyone's watching you at this point because we're all holding it in, just dying, and you're just like, I'm fucking with you.
And I felt good and bad at the same time, but every once in a while, those kind of things
let out the sass.
They just come out. Normally when I've had a couple drinks, but not this time around. It was definitely a very easily excitable day for that person.
That's
nice,
right.
Very nice lady.
Yeah,
very nice lady, but definitely.
That was still pretty. It was like when we were playing D&D that one time, and we did something to piss you off, and you don't even like emote. You're just like, I'm enraged.
Oh no, I remember what happened.
I don't remember the specifics, so you're gonna have to tell it.
So you jumped into the story a little bit later, but basically, in the first part of the conquest or whatever the hell it's called. The mission, I don't know.
The quest.
Quest, sure, we'll call it a quest. There's this guy, and I don't even know what his name is, or care for that matter. But there's this guy, and he's a half dragon, and he's like robbing a town, and he's like, only one of you can fight me. And I look around, and we have womanizing mage, and
That was Josh's character,
yeah,
wasn't
that's
it?
Josh. Wait, was it Magic Roberts?
There we go.
Yeah, because I remember talking about how he named his magic character Magic. But they have it set up that I'm the only one that can fight this guy because I'm the only one that has anything fighter related to me at all. Because it's a bard, a mage, and me, I'm playing a gnome barbarian, which is completely unorthodox, and that's why I'm doing it, because it's hilarious. So this guy beats the crap out of me, and of course, as a barbarian, I have a vendetta against this guy, and for the next several games, it's all ramping up to this point where I'm gonna kill this guy and get revenge for him beating the crap out of me.
So sorry.
And then I get last, like, I don't even think I was last in initiative, but you and Caitlin, and you guys all crit hard on this guy, and he's dead right before my turn. And I go, he's dead? And I was like, and I look at Michael, I was like, Michael, is he dead? He's like, you can still, like, attack him if you want.
But
like,
he's
no.
laying down,
And I go,
dying.
that's not the point! The point is, I'm supposed to kill this guy. That's like that's the only reason I've been moving forward as a character. And so it sends my guy into a freaking rage where something that you do as a barbarian is you rage out and go absolutely batshit insane. And so that happens, and I kill everything else, and then I cut off his head, and I decide I'm going to use it as a shoulder pauldron for the rest of my character's life.
Which to go with your deer head, right?
Yeah, I have a deer head that I'm gonna case it in obsidian and like sharpen the antlers so that it can be like a ramming speed head.
You know that kind of reminds me of, and it was something that pissed me off, like legitimately pissed me off. It was in a video game. Have you ever played Fable 2?
Yes.
Do you remember the end of Fable 2?
It's been a while.
So the villain basically starts monologuing and telling you like his grand scheme, and then one of the other characters that you have on your team, he's the guy that lives forever. I can't remember his name. But if you don't do anything, if you don't act, he will kill the main villain instead of you. Spoiler alert, sorry, but that's what happens. I was so
I think they had a
livid.
couple
I'm like,
years.
you mean I spent this entire game going after this one motherfucker, and this bastard takes the kill from me just because I wanted to hear him monologue?
Yeah, but I think that kind of serves you right.
Dustin? Continue.
Okay, so so that was basically what sent me into a little. I was like just really quiet, like I was upset, and everyone's like trying to sympathize with me, like it's all right, man. We can still like talk to him. Do you want to do an action? I was like, I wanted to do a lot of actions. I wanted to do so many actions a second ago, but that's fucking useless. It's useless now.
Well, we'll take further action next time on Super Geek Friends.
See you next time.